Maria Ramos, head of one of the largest banks on the continent, a former political activist and Director General of South Africa's Treasury. Forbes magazine recently named her 32 in the top 100 most powerful women in the world.
I've never been on any Forbes list whatsoever, and I have two nieces who sent me a message, an SMS saying, "Fantastic, you made it to the Forbes list, but you're well below Lady Gaga." At that point, I had no clue, quite frankly, who Lady Gaga was. I Googled Lady Gaga and I thought, what on earth is this woman about, you know? So, so that kind of puts it in perspective, brings you down to life very quickly.
She is in tune with a fast-changing economic world and a champion of South Africa's entry into the BRICS, the alliance of the planet's most powerful emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India and China.
China has started to register more patents than virtually any other country in the world at the moment. Countries who are going to stay ahead of this curve and remain globally competitive are going to have to innovate.
And the BRICS are catching up fast with the long-time economic leaders of the world, the United States. The net worth of the US economy is calculated at $15 trillion. This year, the BRICS reach $13 trillion. Maria Ramos believes there is vast scope for investment and economic development. This is no time to waver, she said.
Go and make the most of it. If we don't, other people are going to, and then we're going to do what we like to do as South Africans, bemoan our fate. You know, we're going to turn around and we're going to say the government didn't do this, and the BRICS didn't do that, and if only they had done this. Life doesn't work like that. In the financial crisis of 1998, in the midst of their financial crisis, the Argentinians, just before they defaulted, I think a week before they defaulted on their debt, were still going around the US, meeting with investors and telling them there were no problems. Right? We go around telling the world there's just lots of problems here.
One of the first questions from the floor, how did she feel about BRICS support for her husband and the former finance minister, Trevor Manuel, as the next head of the IMF?
I'm not going to talk about Trevor's position. That's not the issue. I think the issue, though, is a point of principle. And the point of principle is that with either the IMF or the World Bank, that when you're appointing, I think we've moved to a world where if you are going to appoint the managing director of the IMF or the president of the World Bank, that those appointments need to be done on the basis that you need to find the best candidate to do so for those jobs. You cannot reserve jobs for a particular country or region.
With the IMF leadership up for grabs, this is unlikely to be the last time the question creeps into a discussion about the BRICS. So a very diplomatic and politically correct speech there from Maria Ramos, but certainly food for thought for the many business people here, the membership of a new trading bloc that's likely to change the way Africa does business.